Hey my friends, it's Heather here again. Welcome back to the Build a Better Business video series. If you've just discovered these videos, I really want to welcome you. It is so great to have you. I hope you find these videos helpful, full of tips and tricks to help you get going in building that business of your dreams. I do record a new video every week on topics that I'm hoping to help will make you more successful. These are now all set to come out every Wednesday, and Wednesdays are such great days. So don't forget to subscribe, just so you just don't miss out on anything, right? And this week, really exciting, we've got a 3-part cliffhanger, and we're now going into part 2. Do you really know what it costs? Or you could say, knowns and unknowns. You could even call it, how do I make sure I stay in business? That's a good one. If you didn't watch last week's episode, don't worry, don't stress. It's still up on YouTube. You might want to go back and check out last week's video before you dive into this one. And if you did watch last week's video and you don't have your homework done yet, don't worry, don't stress. You can do it whenever you're ready. I highly recommend doing it though, because it'll give you a ton of information that you may not realize. So if you remember last week, we were data gathering. Last week, your assignment was to gather all, and I mean all, of your business expenses. What you pay weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, annually, occasionally. Every single expense you can think of. Now, I know we're in this strange world, this COVID world. You might not know exactly what everything is going to cost you, but start with what you know. Start with where you were pre-COVID, and then just add on. Add on what you think it's going to cost you for the new cleaning. So you start with where you were before, and then you add on what you think will happen with the infection control regulations. And then you're going to gather all of your personal expenses and be honest with yourself. You might think you don't really spend any money, but then you go, why is my credit card bill so high? It's those damn lattes. They sneak up on you for sure. Of course, you may have totally cribbed your spending right now because of not being able to work, because of being stuck at home. But for this exercise that we're doing, let's say that you're living your life the way you usually would. And that's simply because as things start to open up and we get back to some kind of normal, you may go back to those habits you had before. You might still walk more than you did, or you might still spend less than you did, but you might find you really miss some things like lattes and just fully embrace their return. So just put in what you think your spending is. And it's okay if you haven't compiled all the information yet. All these things that we're going to be doing as a work in progress anyway. So you're going to constantly tweak them and update them for the latest, best information you have at the time, right? So even though we put something in now, if we learn something new later, we'll tweak it. And then once you have it all, you're going to add it all up, take an average of how much you need on a monthly basis to live baseline. So you can keep it separate if you want. You can take all of your business expenses, get it to an annual number, divide it by 12, and get your business baseline. The minimum number you need to make to cover all of your expenses to operate on a monthly basis. Then you can do the same thing with your personal. All of your personal expenses, find out an average monthly amount you need to live your usual life. And I'm going to say usual life, make it relatively comfortable, but just maybe not excessive, right? Check. Done. First part's done. Now, we're going to take those 2 monthly amounts and we're going to add them together. And that is going to be your average amount that you need on a monthly basis. How much you need to make, right? And then the next step is the big step, the work plan. So so we take this average monthly expense, and it's going to depend on how your business operates. So for me, I know that most of my income comes from 60-minute treatments, massage therapist, right? So most of it is 1-hour treatments. Yeah, I get half hours, I get 45, I get people who like 75, 90, kind of, we have a variety, but the bread and butter is the 1-hour treatment. So I'm going to take that combined expense, business and personal, monthly, and I'm going to take my 1-hour treatment rate, I'm going to divide it into that. And that's going to tell me how many treatments I need to do every single month at my current rates to cover my baseline, business, and personal. I'm going to say it again because it's super important. You went into business for yourself so you could live the life you wanted, right? So this is how we figure it out. You take your average monthly business costs, to the best of your knowledge, your average monthly personal costs, add them together, divide them by the rate of your current bread and butter product. Mine is a 1 hour massage. And this is it's the main item that you sell the most of. And this simplifies the calculation. I mean, all we're doing right now is potential projection, educated guess, most likely scenario of your business. So we're going to figure out how many treatments that translates to if you're a massage therapist. How much you need to do each month to cover your baseline costs. And then go further. How many days a week do you work? Take that number, multiply it by 4. Or if you have other therapists who work for you, how many days a week is your clinic open? Multiply that by 4. And then take that number and divide it into the number of treatments. And that's going to give you how many treatments you need on average per day to cover your baseline business, your baseline personal costs. Don't panic. Is this number achievable? This decision is absolutely going to vary from person to person. If you have a clinic with other therapists, can your clinic handle that volume of treatments? Yeah, the numbers are going to vary day to day. Some months are going to be better than others, always. Some days are going to be better than others. But the first question always is the number doable? Is the volume available? Even just the time, is that time available? If it said 18 treatments, obviously not. If I did this calculation and it told me I had to do 7 treatments every day, I know right now, immediately, that number is not going to work for me. That's not going to happen. I don't work that volume on a day in and day out basis, and I never have. I mean, I know some therapists who that would be no problem. They could totally cover that. 7 treatments a day? Yeah, done and dusted. So you know the way of working that suits you best when your energy is high enough to be there for your clients. You don't burn out. You can just keep doing it. Now, if your calculation gives you a figure that's doable, you're golden. Good to go. You can get to scheduling your clients and know that some months you'll make more than you need, some months you'll make less than you need. But on average, you're going to be covering the costs of your business and your baseline. These are baseline though, right? This, at least you're covered, you're good. Now, if the number that you come up with is just not going to happen, it's just not possible, that's where the next phase of this plan comes in. Next week, we're going to talk about how to make this work. How not only to make what you need your baseline, but also what you want. Remember, we're building a better business. How to plan for your future success. And we're also going to actually go through a few other miscellaneous things to consider that I haven't covered, but it's stuff you want to keep in the back of your mind. I haven't covered so far. I hope you found this video helpful. I'm always open to your comments and suggestions, so please feel free to let me know what you think, what burning questions you might have about how to operate your successful business. Don't forget to share with anyone else you think might find this helpful. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. If you are ever interested in chatting about how I can help you on a one-to-one basis, please absolutely feel free to reach out and contact me. I'd be happy to chat with you. Until next week, my friends, when we get into part 3, pretty exciting, where we start to build an even better plan. I am Heather, the owner of Prosperity Flow Coaching. I am a business coach, and I'm helping health and fitness professionals build the business of their dreams. And I can help you too. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Have a great week.